Under the lights at the San Siro, Arsenal made it very, very comfortable. This was supposed to be a very tricky encounter. Arsenal didn't flinch. A much rotated team, San Siro, hostile stadium, and just needing a point to secure their qualification into the next round. Arsenal did exactly that. Very professional and very quietly impressive, guys. So let's break it down. Three things Arsenal did well, and three things Arsenal could improve on. Okay, let's start with the first one, guys. The rotation. Mikel Arteta couldn't have done this any better. Seven changes were made to the squad. You had the likes of Eze coming into the squad. Mars Lewis Kelly, which I'm really happy about because I really wanted him, to play. Gabriel Jesus played up front. We had Rice, Odegaard, and Gabriel rested. I wanted Noni Madueke to play, but maybe there's something, there and a reason why he didn't play. But all in all, the rotation worked like a charm. And when you look at the stats, it actually just shows that this system that Arsenal has really traveled. 49% possession away from home. That's pretty good. 85% pass accuracy, 35 ball recoveries, and only allowing 4 shots on target. Okay. But I think it really should give us a lot of confidence that the news about Arsenal demise were largely exaggerated. I think Arsenal get back to winning ways, and it was always it's going to be a tough stretch. This was the fourth of the 4 away games that Arsenal had to play, and winning 3 out of 4 is not bad at all. So takes me to my second up, guys. Second up has got to be Gabriel Jesus. 2 goals, relentless movement. I know we all have our opinions about Gabriel Jesus, but I think he's still someone that is going to contribute to this Arsenal team. He pulled into his back line and they were dropping in, trying to follow him, which was allowing other players to go off front. Very interesting during the game. I was seeing something that Arsenal were pressing with 4 players, and I haven't seen that in a long time. And right up, close to the edge of the box, which was really, really interesting. He just delivered, Gabriel Jesus, and fair play to him. 2 goals. And I just want that to keep going because we're going to call on him, throughout the rest of the season. So this will just give his confidence, no doubt. And of course, my final up is got to be Gyökeres. He got his moment. I always love to see him score. It just feels like there's a weight, being lifted from his shoulder. He's been running around. My guy just does cardio a lot of times, on the pitch without actually scoring. But a Champions League goal away from home, and that's 2 away games that he scored at Chelsea, scored here as well. That's got to be good. A big stadium, San Siro. Sometimes there's muscle memory with winning games at stadiums because you never know when you're going to have to go back to those stadiums, especially in the knockout stages. So he came in, did his job, scored a goal. Very pleased for him. With United coming next, I think Arsenal needed all the reassurance. And listen, my last video, I asked the question, does Arsenal have a striking problem? Well, they answered that question today by telling me no when their striker scored goal. So that's very, very good. And as we like to do in this, we're going to talk about the things that Arsenal could improve. So the first thing for me, the number one down, was that immediate equalizer, because I think it only lasted for about 8 minutes before Inter went and equalized. You don't want that because those sort of things can swing the momentum, of games. Luckily in this game, that wasn't the case, but it's another learning point that when you score, you want to hold that for a while and not immediately transfer the energy to the other team, especially when you're playing away from home. Second down, for me, I think we got a little bit comfortable. You can see that the possession number dropped a little bit, but maybe that's because players subconsciously started thinking about the Manchester United game. So you can see that Inter had 51% possession. A lot of that came in that second half. They had 15 shots. To Arsenal, even though there was only 4 on target. It never felt dangerous. It just felt unnecessary. And I think we just saw Rice, get himself a yellow card there. It was almost as if Mikel Arteta sent him, go get your yellow card, get that over with. So that was interesting. Now, my last down is going to be an interesting one. And this is quite unusual, right? I've never done this kind of down before, but Inter didn't force Arsenal into any survival mode kind of scenario. So the down for me is that I don't know if we learned anything from this game. I don't think that this game created any adversity that we would want in a game that Arsenal plays for us to learn something. So there was no frantic defending, there was no siege mentality. It's a great result. But sometimes you want to learn things along the way. I know it's a very strange one, but I think the bigger tests, for us are going to lie ahead in the Champions League, and we cannot be complacent like Liverpool. Remember what happened to them? Top of the Champions League, dumped out in the next stage. So with 7 changes, guys, we've got to be pleased. No injuries, 3 goals Arsenal scored, and that's maturity of the squad. It's taken 6 years for us to get here, but I think we're finally here. We're navigating all of these different competitions. But guys, drop your man of the match in the comments as well. Like and subscribe this into the channel, and please share this with as many Arsenal fans as possible. And remember, we will be doing the preview of the Arsenal versus Manchester United game. That would really be a spicy game, especially after what Manchester United did to Man City. So we got to take care of business. So guys, great night for Arsenal. Let's enjoy it. I'll see you at the next one.